Okay, so assignment 17, we are doing worksheet page 43. We are also doing page 104 through 105, numbers 3 through 36, and 42 through 49. So I'm going to do a few of these for you, start the assignment for you, and if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, just keep going on to complete this assignment. So here we go. We're on page 104 in your book. We're going to start with number 3. It says to determine if each expression has like terms, and if it does, state them. So number 3 looks like this, 6y minus 3y. And these do have like terms because like terms mean that they have the same variable, y, but maybe different coefficients. And remember, coefficients are the numbers in front of our variables. So these are like terms, and then we just have to state them. So the answer to this question is going to be 6y, comma 3y, or 6y and 3y. So this number 4 says 7a cubed plus 8a. Now in this example, even though they do have the same variable a and they have different coefficients, 7 and 8, because this is a cubed and this is just a to the first, or just a, we can't combine these. These are unlike terms. So in this one, you can't list any like terms. You can just say unlike terms. And that would be the answer to number 4. So for number 5, it says 5b plus 9b squared. Again, we have the same variable b, but we have different coefficients, 5 and 9. But this b here has a squared attached to it, and since this b doesn't have a squared, that means we cannot combine this 5b and 9b. So again, the answer to 5 is unlike terms. Okay, so for number 6, we have variables r and s. So this is 8rs, this is a plus sign, not a t, plus rs. Now since both variables are taken to the first power and our coefficients are different, like 8, and this would just be 1rs, we can combine these. So 8 plus 1 would give us 9. 9 of what? 9rs. Okay, so for number 7, we have 13f plus 3f's. Since these are like terms, our variable is f. There's no there's no exponents on either one of these, so we can combine them. How do we combine them? Well, we say there's 13f's over here, and there's only 3f's over here. 13 plus 3 is 16f. And that is our final answer. Okay, so for number 11, I'm going to go ahead and skip to number 11 because 8, 9, and 10 are pretty straightforward. But for number 11, we do use the distributive property. So remember, we said in our notables last week that you can add, you can't add unlike terms, but you can multiply them. So we can add this. We couldn't add, let's say, 3f plus 2x. We can't add them, but we could multiply them. So down here, even though 8 and 4g are not like terms, we can still multiply them. And since we have to use the distributive property, we're about to multiply them right now. Remember, we distribute the 8 to the 4g and the 7n. And what I mean by that is we're going to multiply 4g by 8. Then we're going to add that to 8 times 7n. So we're going to rewrite that whole problem. Now let's go ahead and multiply. 8 times 4g is just going to be 8 times 4, which is 32. You're just going to put that g. You're going to add to that 8 times 7, which is 56. And you just put that n. Now you cannot add 32G and 56N. Why? Because they don't have the exact same variable attached to them. You can only multiply unlike variables. You cannot add them. So our final answer, simplest form, is going to be 32G plus 56N. All right, now I'm going to skip over and do some problems off your worksheet. I believe this is page like 43 of your in the worksheet. So our very first one, it says animal shelter. There are 15 dogs, 22 cats, 4 rabbits at an animal shelter. Each dog needs a collar, a bowl, and a toy. Each cat needs a collar and a bowl. In addition, 1 scratching post is needed for all the cats. Each rabbit needs a bowl. Write an expression in simplest form to show the total number of collars. And we're going to represent collars with a C, bowls with a B, and toys with a T that the animal shelter needs for its resident animals. Okay, so let's start with dogs. We'll do dogs in red. So for 15 dogs, that means we're going to need 15. Each dog needs a collar. So we're going to need 15 collars or 15 C's plus a bowl. So we'll need 15 B's and a toy. So we'll also need 15 toys, T's. Oh, we're going to run out of room. Okay, so now we're going to move on to cats. I'm going to do all the cat things in green. It says each cat needs a collar. And remember, there's 22 cats. So we're going to add to that 22 C's plus each cat also needs a bowl. So we're going to add to that 22 B's. It says in addition, 1 scratching post is needed for all of the cats. So we're going to add that at the very end. So let's move on to rabbits. We'll do rabbits in blue. So each rabbit needs just a bowl. And how many rabbits are there? There's 4 rabbits. So down here we're going to write plus 4B. So now, just like always, we want to make sure we get all of our like terms added together. Oh, and we're going to add in that scratching post. So maybe we'll let the scratching post be purple, and we'll add that in. We'll call that an S, 1S for scratching post. Okay, so now all of our like terms together. Let's circle all of our C's. So we have 15 C's plus 22 C's. There's no more C's. So what is 15 and 22? We'll do our math over here. We got 37 C's, 37 collars. Now let's put a box around all of our B's. So there's 15 B's for bowls, and over here there's 22 B's for bowls. Oh, that's 15 and 22 again. Oh wait, we have one more B for bowls, plus 4. So basically what's 37 plus 4? That's going to give us 41 bowls. And we'll do a little cloud around our T's for toys. And the only pets that need our toys are dogs. So we're going to do 15 toys. And then of course we're going to add on that 1 scratching post to the end. So our final answer is going to be 37 collars, 41 bowls, and 15 toys. And I'm adding on that 1 scratching post because in my opinion, scratching post doesn't fall into the toys category. So we're adding that 1 scratching post, 1S. And that should be your final answer. Okay, so the last one I'm going to do is number 2 on this worksheet. It says geometry. Rangley's father is making a walkway in the backyard. He will use large tiles for the walkway, like one shown below. Write an expression in the simplified form for the perimeter of the pentagon. So this is the tile shape that Rangley's dad wants to use for his walkway. And remember, the perimeter of something just means the length all the way around it. So we're just going to add up all 5 of these sides of this pentagon to give us the simplified expression for the perimeter of it. So first thing, we have 6x minus 2. So that's this one. We're going to add to that 3x. We're going to add to that 5x minus 2. We're going to add to that 4x. Oops, I forgot a plus sign. 4x plus 1. We're going to add to that x plus 3. So x plus 3. Now remember, I like to see you guys boxing out all of your like terms. So we have 2 terms in this case. We have x's and we have numbers. So let's circle all of our x's. We have a positive 6x. We have a positive 3x. We have a positive 5x. We have a positive 4x. And we have a positive 1x. So let's add those all up together. We have 6 plus 3, that's 9, plus 5 is 14, plus 4 is 18, plus 1 is 19x. Now we have a bunch of numbers that we want to add up. So let's add up our numbers. We have a negative 2. We have a negative 2, we have a positive 1, and we have a positive 3. So it looks like negative 2 and a negative 2 is going to give us a negative, oopsies, a negative 4. And then we have a positive 1 and a positive 3, which will give us a positive 4. Well, negative 4 plus 4 is just going to give us 0. So our answer is going to be 19x plus 0, or just 19x. And you are done. So go ahead and finish this worksheet. Finish the rest of the problems. Again, this is assignment number 17. Worksheet page 43, 104 through 105, numbers 33 through 36, and 42 through 49. And you have a test on Thursday. So remember, you need to know this for that.